Alright, time for a video. So it's September 11th, 2011, and coincidentally it also happens to be the 10th anniversary of one of the saddest moments in American history. That's right, it's the 10th anniversary of when Michael Jordan announced that he was re-entering the NBA as a player for the Wizards. Was it the Wizards? And but something even more tragic happened because Bin Laden and those terrorist attacks was pretty screwed up, and you crashed into the Pentagon in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania and the Twin Towers. Father Muckers crashed into the Twin Towers. Now, I don't think I need to go into detail because everyone's heard about this over and over again, but today I'm going to be doing a rant about the Twin Towers. That's right, we're doing a rant about the Twin Towers. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, now David, don't you think it's a little bit disrespectful to be doing a rant about the Twin Towers on the 10th anniversary of September 11th? Well, let me just say I'm not doing a rant about the Twin Towers you guys are probably thinking about. Oh no, because today I am doing a rant about the Twin Towers of Peoria, Illinois. That's right, I'm doing a rant about the Peoria, Illinois Twin Towers. That's right. Now, here's why I'm doing a rant about the Peoria, Illinois Twin Towers. Now, I want everyone who's watching this video right now to put the video on pause, go on Google image search, and look up Peoria Twin Towers. Now, ordinarily, I'd just put the picture up on here for you, but, I can't under these circumstances, so you just have to look it up yourself. So put the video on pause, look up the Peoria Twin Towers. I'm about to sneeze here. Hold on, I'm about to... Oh, there we go. It took a little bit of time, but I eventually got there. Anyway, you're at Peoria Twin Towers. Now, if you're looking at the Twin Towers right now, I'm sure you're thinking the exact same thing I am. God damn, were those things ugly. Aren't those the ugliest towers ever? I mean, for one thing, they're like white, but they got like these tinted windows or whatever on them. It's really goofy looking. They're just ugly, ugly, ugly towers. If you look up the Peoria skyline on Google image search, those are like the two main buildings that you see. Those are like the two main buildings you see in the Peoria skyline. It just ruins the skyline. Not that Peoria had much of a skyline to begin with, but still, I mean, to be overshadowed by those two ugly things, and they're barely even towers. I think they're only like 250 feet tall. I mean, when you're only 250 feet tall, can you really technically be considered a tower? I mean, when you consider that the actual, New York Twin Towers were almost 2,000 feet tall, I mean, really, 250 feet, come on. Those are not towers, okay? I think my apartment is probably taller than the Twin Towers of Peoria. And it's just stupid. I mean, you'll never see anyone try and fly planes in the Twin Towers of Peoria. It'd be a waste of time. Okay? You could toss a paper airplane at the Peoria Twin Towers and they'd probably fall over. That's how dinky looking those two ugly towers are. And I mean, if someone were to jump off the top of one of the Peoria Twin Towers, I mean, they might break a hip or something, but I mean, nothing noteworthy. I mean, they're just two ugly structures just standing up in the middle of Peoria, Illinois. And every time I drive into Peoria, Illinois, that's like the first thing I see, those two ugly towers. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And they're actually condominiums too, I think. They're condos. So people actually live in those two ugly towers. People actually call those two ugly things home. I mean, the New York Twin Towers, those were like office buildings and stuff. They didn't live in those. People live in the Peoria Twin Towers. I would never live in something that gross looking. I mean, I couldn't. If someone went up to me, if I lived in one of those stupid towers, someone up to me asked me where I live, I don't think I could say I live in one of the Peoria, Illinois Twin Towers with a straight expression on my face. You know what I mean? And it's got to be weird because on September 11th, that was a weird buzzing noise. On September 11th, a lot of like the flights that were going on during those terrorist attacks, all those flights, you know, they had to land all those planes, so a lot of those flights got rerouted and they ended up landing in Peoria. I mean, how weird is that? You're on this plane hearing about how the Twin Towers just got attacked, and you end up landing in Peoria and seeing those two ugly Twin Towers. Those people on the plane must have been like, why couldn't they just crash into those? I tell ya. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say about the Peoria Twin Towers, so I'm going to go ahead and end this little video now.